Today I'm currently working on a mobility scooter, and as my wife has difficulty walking nowadays, I saw this for free and I've been most of the morning working on it. It's led me a bit of a dance really. I thought initially the batteries had it, but upon checking at the charge point, because they're in series, I had 26.3, so I thought, well, the batteries aren't bad. Someone has doubled up on the trip switch. Anyway, I've taken the motor out after nearly a day of trying to suss out what's wrong. The motor stop or brake sometimes would work, sometimes it wouldn't, and it just wouldn't go, although everything registered okay. And I don't know if it shows it here. No, because I'm just connected. It registered a full charge, so fun and game. So we've had the motor off. This is what I found. After several hours I sort of got it down to the motor, so I brought the motor out and onto the bench here. They're the brushes. Both brushes are the same length, no problems. I've cleaned up the commutator here. And this is the brush holder end where the brake clamps onto. This was absolutely black, and that's just come out the ultrasonic cleaner, so that's cleaned that up okay. Sometimes it would run, or try to run if you gave it a spin. Sometimes it wouldn't, or it would buzz. And I thought, well, there's only two wires going to it, so it's got to be a permanent magnet motor, which indeed it is. So I put 24 volts straight into it, and as I say, it's playing up. It took me a little while to realise quite what's happened, and it wasn't till I took a second look at these brushes. As I said, they're both the same size, but one shines and one doesn't. So that one's been arcing. And when I looked a little bit closer, that spring, I don't know if the camera shows it up, it's in three pieces. It's broken up. So that brush wasn't always pushing onto the commutator properly. So I'm pretty certain that's all the problem is. So if I reassemble with some new brushes, which I haven't got, so I'm going to clean that up with a round file and some wet and dry to get the profile of this, and find another spring I can pop behind that. I'm pretty certain I should get this up and running. The new one is several £100, but I think I'm in with a good chance here. So I'm quite pleased with myself that I've found out what it is. So if like me, they lead you a bit of a dance, because there's a lot of safety features on the machine, that fail-safe stuff and noises and alarms and God knows what. If you eventually trace it all the way down to the actual motor and you check the brushes, check for that problem. If one shines and one doesn't, that's worth looking at. More on this later. There we have the remains of that spring. So we chuck them away. That's the brush. There's no need to unsolder this or unclamp this. If you can take the spring off and put another one on, the same way as you put a key on a key ring, you wind it on. So I've seen someone on YouTube resolder that. Ridiculous. Anyway, we'll tackle this end now. I've got some, well, this is 600 wet and dry. Find something round, that'll do. Just give me a bit of a shape. We'll lose that end. See what we can do here. hold that square. Move that round. Could probably do something a little bit coarser. Oh, that's better. Oh, that's nice. That matches that one. Don't forget this will bed in. So what we've got to do now is find a spring. Let's see what we've got here. Something like about the same. It's a bit too tight. Ah, that looks quite nice. I wonder if that will go on. Yeah, I might have to cut that one down, see if we've got anything else. One there. Ah, that's too strong, too much diameter. Might be in one of the other boxes. No, I think we'll go with this one, and I just cut it down. That feels about right. It wants to be about that length, so use an old pair of side cutters for cutting them. Right, and we'll just bend that in a little bit. There we go. I'm going to need 2 pairs of pliers. I've got too many here, that's the trouble. I'm looking for a small pair. That'll have to do. That's it, lovely. So if I wind that on behind there and reassemble, that's the plan, folks. That's the plan. Wind it on, keep winding. Bear with me if you want to see how it's done. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going. It's a bit hard at this end, but it will go. Keep going. It's a little bit fat, but that'll do. Well, I hope it'll do. Let's see if it'll drop down there. It's a question of whether the spring will go in. Yes, it will. Right. Put him on. Why won't that go in? Is it too long? Might be too long, folks. Is that one? That one. Right, just just give those a little bit of a, that's enough, and that one, that's enough. Okay, little brake effort once putting back on. And that goes on with an Allen key. So we'll tighten that up and we'll put this back onto the scooter. See how we go from now. Well, we've reassembled it. We just need some burgundy spray to cover up the battle damage. Otherwise it's quite respectable.